everyone, Amanda here. Today we are going to be working on posture and core. This workout will be entirely done on a mat, so make sure that you've got a nice cushy mat, or if you're using a yoga mat, I would also recommend having a beach towel to roll up to place under your knees for any of our kneeling exercises. So let's sit up nice and tall in a cross-legged position, lift your chest, place your hands so that your palms are facing in, upper arm parallel to the floor, and let's move into a W, pulling the shoulder blades back in together, exhaling as you squeeze those shoulder blades together. Breathe. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your fingertips just behind your ears, lift your chest, and let's gently twist to the right side, back to the center, twist to the left side, exhale, inhale, breathing through it, bracing through the core. Imagine that there's a string pulling your chest up toward the ceiling, and it's lifting you up nice and tall here in that seated position. 2 more here, rotating back to the middle, and lower the arms down. Let's go nice and wide with the feet, extending the legs out, and just let the feet flop down to the center. Place your arms in a T and lift the chest. Take your left hand and sweep down to the right side, back to center. Exhale, sweep down to the left side. So you're chopping your hand down. And don't worry too much about the depth of your bend forward. We're going to open up through the hips and hamstrings as we go. This is just getting us nice and warm. Breathing through it. We've got 2 more, sitting up tall in between. 1 left. And back to that cross-legged position just to alleviate our hips just a little bit. From here, place your hands on either side of your knees and lift that chest up. So you're pressing the heel of your palm down, pushing your chest up nice and tall, and then just slide those elbows back, keeping the elbows in. This one should be just challenging for sitting up as tall as you possibly can. Nice big exhale and round it out. Shake out those shoulders. We're going to take this into a marching bridge. Let's lower down to the mat. Place your hands on either side, feet flat on the floor with the knees bent, and let's lift our hips up nice and high. Now to warm up through the hips and glutes, we're just going to hold here. I want you to press from your heels and imagine that your knees are pointing straight up toward the ceiling. It shouldn't feel like they're flaring out to the side. So we're just getting that position for our proper bridge here. Now, you can leave your hands here if you like, or you can lift your hands and forearms off the floor and just keep the elbows, or to take it up even higher, we can extend our arms over top of the chest. Now, any of those 3 arm positions will work. We're going to take it into our marching bridge. From here, lift that right leg so the knee is elevated, heel is out, and then lower it down. Press the heel into the floor. Switch over to the left leg, lifting up nice and high, and try not to let your hips drop down. We're going for 8 here, nice and slow. Keep those hips elevated and breathe. Bracing through that trunk, pressing the heel down into the floor. And again, try not to let those hips drop. I know that when we shift leg to leg, it can feel like we want to drop down. We've got 2 more here, lifting up nice and high, breathing through it. 1 more. And lower it down. We're going to take this into a pelvic tilt. So our feet are going to remain flat on the floor with our knees bent. Now from here, place your hands on either side. We're going to exhale and press the lower back down into the floor for a 4 count. Ready? Exhale and push. Try to press your lower back down into the mat, bracing the trunk and release. Take a nice big inhale. Let's get ready to go again. Exhale and push your pelvis and your lower back down into the floor and release. Now I really want you to focus on that breathing. Forceful exhale. Ready? Let's go. pressing that lower back down. And you should hear yourself exhale. It should come from the mouth. And release. We've got one more. Exhale and contract. And release. Let's take this back to a seated position. Cross-legged once again. Sitting up nice and tall, lifting through the chest, and let's go back to our W's. Ready? Here we go. Open up through the chest. 8, 7, 6. Squeezing those shoulder blades. 5, 4. Remember that string pulling your chest up toward the ceiling. One more here. And let's go back to our bridge. Lower down. So once again, hands on either side. Lift up. Now from here, we're going to add a hip dip. So just lower your hips down ever so gently, touch the floor, and push back up. So we're slowly lowering down. Exhale, press. Breathing through this. Now we're going to switch up our marching bridge just a little bit. We're going to widen our stance. So we've got 2 more here with our hip dips. One more. All right, let's walk our feet out. Right foot out to the side, left foot out to the side. So the toes are flaring out. Try to lift your bum up just a little bit higher. You've got it. From here, we are going to add that march. But instead of marching our knees, we're going to come up onto our toes. So starting with that right foot, lift your heels, squeeze from the toes. You've got it. Other side. Lift and squeeze. That's it. So keep those hips elevated. Keep the glutes engaged by squeezing your butt cheeks together. And then we're working through the calf in that marching position. 2 more here. Keeping those glutes engaged. You're almost there. And whew. All right, let's lower it down. We're back to our pelvic tilt. We're going to press down into the floor. 4 breaths. Have your hands on either side, head relaxed. Ready? Exhale and press the lower back down. You should feel the core muscles engaged, the abs are engaged, and release. Relax the shoulders, relax the upper body. Let's get ready to go again. Inhale, exhale. Bracing the trunk, pressing that lower back down, and release. We've got 2 more. Shake out your hips if you need to. Take a nice big inhale. Let's get ready. Exhale. Remember, you're pressing your lower back down into the floor every time. Breathing through this and release. Shake out your hips again if you need to. Let's go once more. Ready? Inhale and exhale. Pressing that lower back down. Abs are in. You've got it. And release. Shake it out. We are going to take this to a seated position again. Now, you have the option to sit cross-legged here, or you can take this up a notch by extending your legs out in front of you. So it's really up to you what you'd like to do here. If you're seated in that extended leg position, I want you to focus on sitting on the bottom of your butt cheek. So oftentimes we tend to sit on the top and we tend to lean back. So sit on the bottom of your butt cheeks, lift up nice and high. Extend your arms out in front of you with the palms down. Lift that chest. We're going to take this into a rowing position. Ready? Here we go for 8. 8. Squeezing the shoulder blades. 7. Sitting up nice and tall. 6. Breathing through it. 5. Keep this up. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right, let's lower down. We are going to take this into a partial curl up. So with this one, I'm going to keep my right knee extended. Right knee bent, left leg extended. From here, lift through the chest, setting the shoulder blades down, hands on either side. From here, press your heel out on that extended leg. We are just going to, ever so slightly, lift the upper body as we press that lower back down into the floor. Ready? Exhale and lift. We're holding. You should feel that brace through the core here. Keeping that heel pressed out. 3, 2, 1. And then lower back down. Shake out your hips if you need to. Exhale, and you're just raising the head and shoulders off of the mat. pressing the lower back down into the floor and back down. We've got 2 more on this side. Ready? Exhale and lift. That partial curl up here. We're keeping the neck in a neutral position and lower back down. Get ready, 1 more. Exhale and lift. Remember, just the back of the shoulder blades comes off the floor with the head and down. Let's switch it up. Bend the opposite knee, extend the opposite leg, heel pressed out. Try to drive the back of the shoulder blades down into the mat. We're going to go for 4. Ready? Exhale and press the lower back down into the floor, holding that contraction and lower down. Exhale and push that lower back down. So the nose is still pointed directly toward the ceiling. And let's lower back down. We're not crunching with that neck. Exhale and your fingertips might slide forward ever so slightly. And down. We've got 1 more. Ready? Exhale and push. That's it. And lower down. Whew. All right, bring your knees in toward your chest. Let's rock side to side just to alleviate that lower back. That partial curl up can be quite challenging for the core. 2 more here, and we'll take it back to our seated row. All right, up to that seated position. Once again, you can have your legs crossed or your legs extended, but remember, if you're in that extended leg position, sit up as tall as you can with the bottom of the butt cheeks on the mat. Lift the chest, arms out, palms down. Let's go for 8. Here we go. 8. Really squeeze as you pull. That's it. Exhale on the pull, breathing through it. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round of our partial curl up. Let's lower down. Once again, 1 knee bent, 1 leg extended, and that heel of the extended leg is pressed out. Head is resting on the mat, hands flat on either side. Exhale and lift. Remember, pressing the lower back down into the mat is the key to this move. And lower. Take a nice big inhale here. Get ready to go back up. Exhale. Pressing that lower back down. Bracing through the trunk. And lower. 2 more on this side. Exhale. That partial curl up is just the shoulder blades. And back down. There's 1 more here. Exhale. Pressing that lower back down. Bracing through the core. And lower. Switch it up. 4 more. Extend. Heel out. Shoulder blades back and down. Ready? Exhale and lift. That's it. You've got it. And lower. 3 to go. Exhale and hold. Remember, you're pressing your lower back down into the floor, holding that abdominal contraction, and lower. There's 2 left here. Exhale. Keep pressing that lower back down. You've got it. And lower. There's 1 more. Exhale. Bracing the trunk. Abs are in. And lower. Whew. All right, shake out those shoulders. We're going to take this into a bent knee position for both legs. Hands out, so the palms are facing up, and the elbows are on either side in a W position. From here, slide your hands up so the back of the hands are extended over the head, and try to drive the back of your shoulder blades down. Posturally, this should be pretty challenging for the upper body, and we're going to take a core element into this in just a moment. And slide the hands back down into that W. From here, lift both legs and tuck your knees in toward the chest. We're going to try that W again. Ready? Exhale. Slide those hands. Woo! That is even more challenging for that upper body when we have that knee tuck position. Keep holding. Breathe. And slide the W in and bring the knees down, feet flat on the floor. Just shake out those hips a little bit. We're going to do that once more. Ready? Lift the knees and slide that W up into a Y. That's it. Pull your knees in nice and tight. The tighter you pull your knees in, the more you're going to feel the abdominals brace. Push your heels out and try to keep the back of your arms pressed down to the mat. And lower the legs down and bring the arms back to a neutral position. We're going to take this up to a seated position, and we are going to twist it out. Sitting up nice and tall, place those fingertips behind the ears, lift the chest, twist to the right. And now that you're feeling very warmed up, this one should feel pretty good. Opening through that chest, pulling the shoulder blade back. Exhale on the twist. We've got 2 more. And 1 left here. Whew. All right, shake it out. We're going to take this to a kneeling position. So kneeling position here, again, if you're using a yoga mat and the mat is thin, I would recommend taking a beach towel and folding it up to place it underneath your knees for some added support. So let's take this into a quadruped position, which means our wrists, elbows, and shoulders are aligned, as well as the knees and the hips. The back is flat and the chest is pushed out. Now, from here, we're going to widen our knee stance, walk one knee out, walk the other knee out, and then just widen each hand position and push your chest into your shoulder blades. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, holding and bracing. Breathing through this. 3, 2, 1, and then shake it out, shake out that lower back. From here, we're going to add a push and pull element. So we're going to take our knees and it's going to feel like we're pressing our mat in. So the hands are going to stay in that widened position. Take your knees and press. So you're pushing in with the knees. They'll move ever so slightly. We're keeping tension on. You should feel this inside the thighs. Tension, tension building. You've got it. 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Shake out those hips. Now from here, we're going to use our hands to do the same thing. It's going to feel like we're pressing our hands in toward each other, but they're going to stay in place. So back is flat. Ready? Exhale and push inward. So it should feel like there's an inward push here, squeezing the chest, bracing through the core, and release. Nice big exhale, and relax. We're going to take this down to the mat. Belly to the mat here, hands on either side. So the hands are in nice and tight in toward the chest, and I'm going to pull my elbows back. From here, my toes are resting on the floor, and my head is looking down toward the mat. I'm going to take my hands and press through the palm to push my upper body up, and then pull the elbows and shoulders back. Already, you should feel that mid-back and lower back engage for posture. From here, I want you to take your right hand, extend that arm out, and let's give a handshake. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Left hand extended. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Right hand. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand. 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it in. Lower down to the mat. From here, extend your arms out. You can rest your chest down. From here, take your right hand, lift it up, and lower. Left hand, lift it up, and lower. 2 more here. Exhale. And 1 more. And lower it down. All right, let's take it back to our kneeling position. This time, we're going to take this into a bow and arrow. So, one knee kneeling and the other knee lifted. From here, push your hips forward. Now, with this hand, same arm as the forward leg. We're going to extend out. Take that opposite hand, place your fingertips just on top of your palm, and we're going to twist and pull in that bow and arrow. Let's go for 8. Hips forward. 8, 7, 6, breathing through this. 5, 4, 3, 1. Let's go to the other side. Other knee comes down. Push the hip bones forward. Extend the forward arm, same as the forward knee. Place the fingertips just on top of the palm. Lift the chest. And 8, 7, 6. That's it. 5. Pulling that shoulder blade back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, let's lower back into our quadruped position. We're going to widen that stance. So again, walk one knee out, walk the other knee out, walk one hand out and the other hand out. Now, from here, we are going to hold that shoulder blade squeeze. Exhale and pull. Push your chest into your shoulder blades and hold that isometric contraction for the back of the shoulders. Feel that squeeze, feel that tension building. 3, 2, 1, and release. Again, we're going to do our push and pull with the knees. So from here, exhale and pulling inward. So imagine that you're trying to move the floor with your knees. Contraction holding. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. And once more with the hands. Exhale and push. Pushing inward. Pressing with those hands. Tension on. Squeezing through the upper body. 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, shake it out. We're going back to that Sphinx pose. Lower down to the mat. Tuck that hand in, nice and tight right next to the chest. Feet are flat with the toes down. Pull the shoulders and elbows back, and then just gently press that upper body up from the palms. This time, let's start with that left arm. Ready? Extend. Left arm, handshake. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Right arm. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left arm. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in once more. Right arm. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Lastly, let's finish off with the plank. We are going to bring our forearms together. Now in this plank, we're going to contract as much as we possibly can. We're going to do 3 10-second contractions with a 10-second break in between. So walk the feet in, lift up into your plank, push your heels back, push your chest out, and brace. Now I want you to imagine someone's going to punch you in the stomach, and you're bracing for that punch as tight as you can. 3, 2, 1. You can go ahead and drop your hips down, relax, catch your breath. We're going to get ready to go again. So let's boost up, press the heels back, and brace. 10 seconds. Squeezing. Abs are in. You've got this. Hold as tight as you can. 2, 1. Lower down. 10 seconds. One last plank. All right, let's get ready. Walk those feet up, holding the plank position, heels back, and brace. 10 seconds on the clock. Last 10. Squeezing your core as tight as you can. You're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, belly down to the mat. Place your hands on either side. Use your palms to lift that upper body up nice and high. Whew. Stretching out those abdominal muscles. Breathing evenly. And rock back, walking your hands back into a child pose here. Walk your hands away from you and drop your head down. Relax your head and neck. And your head should be between your upper arms, looking down toward your mat. Nice big exhale. And gently come up out of it. Let's stretch out our glutes. Bring your right knee up into pigeon pose. So the right knee is going to be underneath the chest with the heel underneath the hip. And let's lower down. Now in this move, you can start with your forearms down on the mat. And when you feel that your hip has opened up enough to go a little bit deeper, just walk your hands out a bit and drop a little bit more upper body weight down onto that leg. Exhale. And hold. Really lengthening through that glute. And just walk those forearms back in. Gently come up out of it. And let's switch that leg. Bring that leg back. Left leg comes up. Left knee will be underneath the chest with the left heel underneath the right hip. And just starting on your forearms here, stretch it out. When you feel that your hip has opened up enough to go a little bit further down, just walk your hands out and drop a little bit more upper body weight down onto that knee. Nice big exhale. Really lengthening through the glute on that left side. Breathing through it. And gently walk those hands back in. From here, you can actually just roll back onto one leg. We're going to stretch out our hamstrings. So one knee tucked in, the other leg extended out, and just slightly lean forward and slide your hand down to wherever's comfortable here in the hamstring stretch. Now for me, I'm just going to between my mid shin and ankle. If you can go all the way to your toes, that's okay. The hamstrings can withstand quite a bit of stretching. So you can push yourself a little bit more in a hamstring stretch than you comfortably can in joints that surround the spine, the neck, wrists, elbows. We always have to be very careful with those muscle groups. And gently come up out of it, over to the other leg. But hamstrings, any of our big leg muscles can withstand a lot of stretching. So it's up to you if you want just a gentle stretch here, or if you want to push it just a little bit further, take it to a moderate stretch. Nice big exhale. Try to relax through that upper body as much as possible in this stretch. And gently come up out of it. Let's take it to adductors, bringing the feet together. Sitting up nice and tall, holding onto your toes, lift your chest, and just let your knees drop down naturally toward the mat. Relaxing through that upper body as much as you can, even though you're sitting up nice and tall through that chest. Try not to let those shoulders creep up near the ears. And loosen up through those adductors, just sitting up nice and tall here. Let's stretch out the chest, clasp your hands behind, lift the chest and roll the shoulder blades back. Pulling the elbows back to open up through the front of the shoulders. Nice deep breathing. And release, fold forward, rounding through that upper body. Press your hands away from you. Exhale. And from here, let's take this into a spinal twist. Turn to the right side, placing one hand behind you. Use the other hand to resist against the outside of your thigh. And try to lift that chest up. But remember, you're keeping your chin and neck in a neutral position. So try not to crank the head back or extend too much through the neck. We're just sitting up nice and tall, and the chin should stay parallel to the floor. Opening up through that spine. And exhale, move to the center, over to the other side, twisting and lifting through that chest. Sitting up as tall as you can. Nice big exhale. And return to the center. Just shake out those shoulders, round your back, and take a deep breath in, lifting the chest, and exhale. We're all done for today. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.